Our next cruise is with Costa, and the prices were literally just reduced this week, so they've really come down. Bear in mind you're getting return flights to Barcelona as well here. The price starts today at under £450, and it really doesn't get better than this for 7-night cruise around the Med. But let's take you on board with Costa. So what are Costa known for? What are the real highlights of a Costa cruise?
Their mantra, Sean, is cruising Italian style. They are part of the biggest cruise company in the world. They're part of Carnival Cruise Lines, which has over 100 ships. It's a huge, huge, huge area. However, Costa themselves, this is real beautiful international Mediterranean cruising. They started in 1948, and right from the start they put an emphasis on their ship design, on making things really impressive as you walk around. Joe Farkas, who's the designer for Carnival, does a lot of the stuff. This particular ship is incredible. It's basically a ship known as the Ship of the Gods. So it's inspired by mythology in ancient Rome, and you've got these huge Greek gods floating in the atrium. You've got Pan's hairy goat legs supporting the red glittery stools in the nightclub. You've got the green tentacles adorning the cocktail bar ceiling. It's got this wonderful kind of wonderful feel of touches all over the place. Great international entertainment, you know, and it's an international feel as well. You'll be meeting people from all around the world. It's a relaxed, informal cruise experience with great Italian, Mediterranean fused food.
And I'll tell you what, Keith, when you do look at that price on the screen, if you compare, you know, maybe you've never been on a cruise holiday before, if you compare what's included compared to a land holiday, you just get so much more.
You really do. I mean, look at that, it's £449, and that's including your flights out to Barcelona.
And that would be all of your breakfast, midday snacks, lunch.
You could eat 7 meals a day on a ship.
Yeah, you could.
You could eat more. I mean, you've got room service there as well, but you literally can eat 7 meals a day.
Have you ever done that, Keith?
7 meals. It's all and often. That's why I look so slim.
But the food is plentiful. It is beautiful. The service is incredible, and there is so much to do. You know, all of your entertainment included in your cruise fare as well. So it really doesn't get better than this. Let's show you then where you're going to be cruising to. So it starts off with the flight to Barcelona, Keith, doesn't it?
It does, yes. It flies to Barcelona, and then you're onto your cruise. As you sail out from that beautiful port, you'll get a glimpse of Barcelona, and then you'll be heading out to Marseille. This is great. This is a port that you can, there's a short shuttle bus ride into town, and it's a bustling and picturesque port. It's the oldest of the great French cities, it's the largest port in France, and it's an ethnic melting pot. You're looking here at Notre Dame, that's the wonderful views, and also Chateau d'Elf, where the Count of Monte Cristo was imprisoned. But the Vue port itself, the city's old harbour, is still the main draw. It's dotted with boats of shapes of all shapes and sizes. You've got loads of galleries, museums and churches there, and it's the epicentre for dining. So you can get anything from pizza and Coca-Cola through to fresh seafood and bouillabaisse, which is the lovely French fish stew that they have here. But, of course, it's your gateway to Provence. You could head out to the sunflowers, to the lavender that inspired so many artists. Beautiful port.
And then on to Savona next, isn't it?
Yeah, Savona's overlooked by the imposing fortress of Prima, and this port city is your gateway to a beautiful coastline of celebrated seaside resorts. You can go through to the fortified magic of Genoa, the glamour and sophistication of Monte Carlo, my particular favourite Portofino, which is that tiny town of pastel houses lining the shore, and a small harbour of sleek yachts, and it's backed by these verdant hills. There's so many different places that you can go and see, but for me it's all about going through and seeing Portofino.
But again, this is another great thing about a cruise holiday. You know, you're not in the same place for the whole week. You're constantly experiencing new cities.
And even if you've been to these ports before, there's always so many other things you can do. You know, and if you're ever not sure, get in touch with me. I can give you advice. If you're stuck on any ports, I will happily do that to you. Get in touch with me through the Planet Cruise on my Facebook.
So Naples next. What advice would you give us for Naples?
Naples, well, as I always say, it's Italy's most red-blooded city, Sean. The whole city centre is an UNESCO heritage protected area. It's beautiful, it really is. It's dripping with ancient architecture, with cathedrals, with churches. It's an authentic slice of Italian life. You've got washing strung out between the buildings. You've got all the screw-riff TV areas punctuating the skyline, buzzing Vespers and honking Fiats weaving manically through the streets. But you've also got monasteries and a beautiful 14th century fortress you can go and see. But of course, if Naples isn't for you, if you don't want to go and get a piece of pizza and try the beautifully strong coffee, head out to Capri, head out to Pompeii, Herculaneum. There's so much to see and do here, or even the Amalfi Coast.
And we should point out, by the way, you can even book your excursions through Planet Cruise as well. You know, they're on the website. We'll share some of those later on, but you can really save a lot of money on those as well. And,
this is Palermo, yes,
Palermo
Sicily.
next, isn't it?
This is great. This is, again, you're docking within walking distance, the same as you are within Naples. And in Sicily, well, it's funny about Sicily, life is so vibrant. The sun shines brighter, the shadows are darker. It's live for the moment. And this is great. This is your chance to head out from Palermo and head into Mount Etna, Europe's biggest active volcano. It's a contradiction in every sense. Fiery and snowy, barren and lush, feared and loved. It's a great place to go.
I find that fascinating.
Yeah,
really
it's a wonderful place. It really is. Or go and see the wonderful, wonderful Taormina. One of the best ways to visit that is just to head up and lose yourself in a cobweb of narrow back streets, see the famous Greek theatre at the top of the town, and like curtains edging a stage, it frames the silhouette of Mount Etna. It's a stunning, stunning view. Or do a Godfather tour and walk in the footsteps of Marlon Brando, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino and go and see some of the places they filmed this wonderful place and carry a violin case around. It's great.
And then one more port.
Yeah, La Goulette. This is great. This is you dock at a place called La Goulette Village Harbour, and there is a whole entertainment complex here. You can just do that if you want, but there's so much more here. Please go and explore. You can go through and explore the ancient ruins of Carthage, if you like, which is amazing, or head into Tunis itself. It's a short ride into Tunis, and there you'll find spice-scented medinas, mosques, Islamic schools. You can see the wonderful French architecture. You get the smell of turmeric and cumin in the air as you haggle in the great souk. Or go and find the magic carpets, or smoke a shisha pipe, see the lovely little tea sets they have there. There's so much to do. Or head out to City Balsaic, which is gorgeous, kind of their version of Santorini.
We've got a final day at sea, so just enjoy that gorgeous ship for your last day, and then of course back to Barcelona on your flight to the UK. Now the price of this was literally dropped this week. It doesn't really get better than this, £449 per person. This could be the ship that you're on either in March, April, May or June, of course, this year, and she is truly breathtaking. Again, when you compare to many hotels that I've stayed in, you know, not all hotels are of a great standard, but the cruise industry, it prides itself on the very high standards. You know, the ships are always so well maintained, aren't they?
Yeah, they're being cleaned constantly. No one's, you know, if someone's always working when you're on a cruise ship. When you're sleeping, everything's being done, but the bread is being baked fresh for you. You know, stuff is being prepared and cooked. People are around cleaning and making it beautiful. And you wake up every day somewhere different, Sean.
You do.
You know, it takes the effort out of that travel.
You can imagine how busy we are for this one. If you want to book this afternoon, free phone numbers are mentioned, 0800 781 5458. Here's the price that you can get this 7-night Mediterranean cruise from Barcelona. You can get it for £449 if you book right now, and that does include your return flights. If you want flights from Manchester, by the way, we could arrange those as well, just to supplement may apply for those. And the itineraries, they do differ slightly depending on the departure dates, but again, our cruise consultants will talk you all the way through those as well. And we mentioned excursions, didn't we, Keith?
We did.
These can be, if you book these on the ship, they can be a little bit on the pricey side, but this is a way of saving money,
The thing about booking them on a ship as well, Sean, is that everything happens on that first day on board. And particularly if you've got a port on the first day of the cruise, like you do here, Marseille, you've not got a lot of time to go and you know, see the port, you know, find the people and actually book them all. So take the pain out of it. Relax when you get on board. Step on board knowing that you've got these things secured. Avoid the disappointment of them being fully booked, which sometimes they are, and book them beforehand with us. It's up to 60% cheaper. And you've got Monster out there, the Holy Mountain, and you've got the Pompeii tour. Amazing.
So you can do those on the Planet Cruise website. You can book those on the Planet Cruise website. You don't have to do it now, but do start having a look there as well.